Alright, so we're at Eastar Seoul Counter-Strike tournament, and we see Artosis here.
What's up?
Rakaka are big fans of GSL and everything, you know, you and well, the Artosis.
Yeah, of course.
Whole thing. Where is he, by the way? Is he here also?
No, he's at home. I think he might drop by later or tomorrow, though.
Okay. So, what brings you to a Counter-Strike tournament? Well,
I have always liked Counter-Strike, but to be honest, I haven't watched it much lately. Basically, some of my friends are working at the event, and also the HandsomeNerd.com, the Artosis owned t-shirt company, sponsored the Korean Counter-Strike team, Project KR. So, just coming down and saying hi to everyone, kind of.
So Ken Young and you are big buddies since long?
Oh yeah. I met Ken several years ago. Normally, Tasteless and I actually commentate this event. Our busy schedule didn't allow us to this year, but we've known him for quite a long time, as well as Juani, the guy. He's kind of just helping out everywhere right now.
Spoke to Ken yesterday, and you know, a little bit about what games they use now. It's only Counter-Strike really for the esports scene, and but you know, let's talk about StarCraft 2. Do you see yourself maybe doing some eStars commentating in the future, maybe? Oh,
absolutely. As far as I can tell, I mean, I think they'll have it next year. There's all these weird things going on with licensing in Korea, with Blizzard, Kespa, GOM, all that stuff. So I think that's the only reason it wasn't here this year. Next year, I definitely want to come down and commentate the event if possible. eStars is actually a lot of fun.
So GSL going on right now also.
Yep.
How is it living here in Korea, doing GSL and everything? Are you like swamped with the fans all over the place all the time? I mean, maybe you're not shown as much on the Korean TV because they have their own commentators, but how is it being a sort of celebrity in the StarCraft scene here? Well,
here I only get noticed in certain areas, like if I'm in some of the foreigner districts. Sometimes when I'm around this area, there's a lot of foreigners around here. So mostly it's foreigners that watch. Not a lot of Koreans watch it, just the ones kind of trying to improve their English.
Yeah.
So really, you know, foreigner areas I get recognized, and then sometimes, a lot of the times, I guess, at the GOM studio, a lot of foreigners come down, and that's about it, though. You know, Korea doesn't really know me as much as some of these other places I get to go to.
So we've seen you at the NASL. You've also done MLG.
Yeah.
Not last time though at Anaheim. Were you caught up here? Yeah, you had the finals.
Yeah,
GSL finals, of course.
GSL finals kind of conflicted.
Yeah,
you know, GSL.
We were actually watching that, so I should.
Yeah, that's our baby right there. So we had to do that. We will be going to this MLG though, and hopefully a lot more in the future. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, really stoked about that.
But because you're not in some sort of contract that you can do whatever you want outside GSL when it's not conflicting. Is that it?
Yeah, I mean, if it's not conflicting, you know, GSL takes priority. That's the event that Tasteless and I really care about a whole lot and want to do. But you know, it's very flexible. GSL is working with all these other events. None of the events are trying to overlap. So I think as we go into the future, fewer and fewer events will actually overlap, and we'll be able to go around a lot. You know, as long as we're not too tired or something like that.
If you look at the North American scene, pretty much, there's a lot of tournaments going on. Some say there might be too many, and maybe some should merge. You know, do you feel that there might be too many?
You know, in some ways, yeah. In some ways, no. I love the fact that at any time of the day, even though I'm in Korea and off way many time zones, I can turn on some StarCraft and just watch it. But at the same time, I have a hard time finishing tournaments, so it feels like I watch a third or so of every single tournament, and I don't get to finish much. So that's annoying, but that's like a great problem to have. Whereas, you know, in StarCraft 1, I have a very hard time having enough StarCraft to actually watch with, you know, English speakers and foreigners playing in it. So it's a good problem, but it is maybe a slight problem. Maybe we'll see some merging in the future, but I'm glad that, you know, there's all this really healthy competition going around. Like, you have to have a great event or people won't watch it because someone else does have a great event. And that just makes it grow, and I think it'll tone down, maybe.
We sent some Swedish players over to GSL
Quite
recently, and it hasn't gone well. We just announced also that Show is coming over to do GSL, Code. Well, you probably can't answer why, but you know, what is it with I mean, in Counter-Strike it's the opposite. You know, the Western countries, they all beat the Koreans, and in the StarCraft it's the other way around.
Yeah.
What can the Swedes do?
Oh man.
Tell them.
Well, I think they're doing it, to be honest. I mean, Jinro has kind of done it before in the past, and he's kind of in a slump now, but hopefully he'll recover out of that. Nanoa is really driven. I'm like a huge Nanoa fan. I was actually hanging out with him last night after he lost his team match, and the guy, he's training hard, and I think that he's going to be able to come up and have some strong GSL showings. I'd be surprised if in a few months he's not in Code S. And Thorzane, I mean, that guy almost won his Code A match, man. It was close. It was a close match. And, well, Sase, I haven't actually gotten to speak with him a whole lot, so I can't really say about him. But, I mean, these are great players, and the longer they stay here and train here and keep training hard, I think absolutely they'll be able to compete with the Koreans. They're a very talented bunch.
Yeah, you saw a little bit of Sase. For us, for Rakaka, we actually had the Way to Korea tournament. That's how we got that ticket. The little that you've seen, how far is he to really maybe becoming Code S, Sase?
Well, he kind of had a hard match in the Code A. It was not his best games, but he's been traveling a lot lately, so you've got to factor that in. He had a great showing at the CPL in China, getting second place from Ring King.
Oh yeah,
that's no small feat. Of course, he won that Swedish tournament, and Sweden, as far as I'm concerned, is probably second best country right now. It's like Ukraine and Sweden and maybe China all up there, like jockeying for that spot. So I think he's already very, very good, and definitely I think he could be a Code A level player. But he's from what I've seen his play, it looks like he's got a lot of potential. But I'd have to see a lot more of his play to give too much of an idea of that, I guess.
So last two questions here. I'm thinking commentators. They're in a big spot. You have Day 9, and you have DJ Wheat doing it. You got you two guys, and lots of other people doing Counter-Strike commentating, and it's a big discussion. Who's good, who's not? Do you think it's too much focus on the casters being almost as big, or sometimes even bigger than the players?
Yeah,
is that a problem?
A lot of people have brought that up, and I think actually that's the way it should be right now, because right now we actually do have a lot of bad commentators as well. Like everyone and their mother is commentating right now,
Yeah.
And I think there needs to be a lot of focus on it, because for esports to truly grow, we need good commentators that can entertain a wide range of people, not just hardcore fans. And we also, of course, don't want commentators like pretending to know things they don't know and misinforming the public and ruining things in that way. So I like for now it being like that. Of course, eventually it should switch over to where the players are more focused upon, but for esports to grow, we really do need to have...
So, camcorder ran out, picking up from where we were. Just end of that commentating part.
Oh, okay. So, basically, I guess to sum it up, I feel like right now there should be a huge emphasis on commentators, and I'm not just saying that to be like a selfish guy or something.
No.
And I don't even think necessarily upon myself and Tasis and Day9. Like, we don't actually need it or anything. We're working in the industry, we're doing fine.
Yeah.
But I think it's nice to see all that praise coming towards us. That's going to bring a lot of talented individuals out of the woodwork that can work on their commentating and become better and help esports grow, because if you don't have someone really good explaining the game, I don't know, I don't see it growing too much. You can't have it too technical, you have to have some comedy in there, you have to speak well and stuff like that. So I think it's fine for now, the way it is, the way it's going.
All right, last question. DreamHack. Is there something? Have you guys been contacted, or if they were to contact you, where'd you want to go?
We want to go to DreamHack so badly. That's definitely something I'm going to be pursuing, and Taste is going to be pursuing. We would love to head out to Sweden. We have never been, and of course that's one of the big esports spots in the world. I've been to all these other places. I've been in Germany, China, Taiwan, Korea, and Sweden's like the next place on the list. So. We definitely want to go out there and do a DreamHack. That would be a dream come true. You
have to check it off your list.
Yeah,
go to Sweden,
absolutely. I gotta do every event at least once.
All right, enjoy some Counter-Strike while you're here, and we'll be watching you on GSL. Thank you.
Thank you so much.